Welcome to this instructional video on drawing organic molecules number 2. If you don't have your guide to drawing molecules out, stop, go get it, and have it in front of you. Alright, so video number 2, we have a formula C4H11N. And I need you to draw me a legitimate structure that is an amine that has 2 hydrogen bond donors. So this is just carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. So your guide to drawing molecules tells you that nitrogen loves to form 3 bonds and have 1 lone pair. That's the rules for now, and that's what we're going with. That's what we've got to go. Okay? So when I ask you to draw an amine, I think you should start with this framework. So let's do this. So let's draw nitrogen. I'm going to draw 3 bonds, and I'm going to put a lone pair. Now, the 2 hydrogen bond donors is a huge clue to you, because the only way to get a hydrogen bond donor in this molecule is to have hydrogen on nitrogen. There's no other way. There is no other way. Because to be a donor, you have to have a hydrogen on F, O, N, or S. FOS is not in this molecule. N is in this molecule. So you know right away that 2 of the bonding positions off the nitrogen have to be hydrogens, no questions asked. And you can put those 2 hydrogens on any of the 3 available positions, and it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay? And so I've kind of left the bonding position on the left here open, and now I have to fit all the carbons over here somewhere. And so in this case, it's not that bad. You just put in 4 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add in your hydrogens. And check and see if all the criteria have been met. Is this C4H11N? Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, a nitrogen, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hydrogens. Is it an amine? Yes, it is. It's an amine. A nitrogen with 3 bonds and a lone pair, that's an amine. Does it have 2 hydrogen bond donors? I say yes. Hydrogen on nitrogen. Hydrogen on nitrogen. Ladies and gentlemen, this will work. Again, there's other ways to do this. You could draw it like this if you wanted to. You know, if you wanted to get kind of creative here with it, you could put the 4 carbons like that, perhaps. Okay, and I'm going to draw it kind of the amine group in its kind of condensed form, which you'll see sometimes. But that still means there's 2 hydrogens on this nitrogen, so that's the 2 hydrogen bond donors. That's legitimate. And then I'm going to draw in the carbons, drawing the hydrogens on the carbons like this. And I believe that still works. You've got 4 carbons, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hydrogens, and the nitrogen. That will work as well. There's more ways to do it than this, but I think you get the point. Well, what about this? What if the formula was not C4H11N, but what if it was C4H9N? And then you still need to have the same criteria. It's an amine with 2 hydrogen bond donors. I think by doing this, we can kind of see what we need to do to change the carbon framework to meet this formula. So when we do this, I think we're going to start out in a very similar way. We're going to have our nitrogen with 3 bonds and 1 lone pair. Because we know it's amine, you need to start right there. And then you need to add hydrogens to make our 2 donors, because that was a criteria you had to meet. But now you just can't put 4. I guess you could put 4 carbons. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you know, if you add hydrogens to all those carbons, you're going to get 11 hydrogens total that doesn't meet the formula that you've been given, and so you're going to have to think about something else. And usually your attention should turn to making a carbon-carbon double bond, or hey, how about a ring? Put a ring on it, okay? So should have put a ring on it, I guess. There we go. So I'm just going to make one of these a double bond. To be honest with you, I could have put the double bond here, here, or here. Typically is the way I would have wanted to do that. And then I'm just going to go in and add hydrogens. Don't put one there. Okay. Later on, when we talk more about carbon-carbon double bonds, there's different ways to put these hydrogens. But for now, for right now, this, as we move to this week for this test, this right here is perfectly fine. You can put the hydrogens both on top, both on bottom, one on top, one on bottom. It doesn't matter. Just get them shown. Okay. Does this work? So we got 4 carbons, a nitrogen, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hydrogens. Ladies and gentlemen, this fits the criteria with this new formula. Add a double bond. Another way to do this would be maybe draw a cyclic structure. Hey, look at this beauty. Boom. That works as well. There's 4 carbons, 9 hydrogens, and a nitrogen. Let me just show you. Here are the carbons. And then we've got to go ahead and add hydrogens. I'm just showing you where these are all at. There we go. Okay, now on the test, you can draw this, but I would have taken just what I drew initially. That's okay. Same thing. Okay? So either one of those two will work for this as well. Alright, this concludes video number 2, drawing organic molecules.